Sure.
You remember that movie 9.5 Weeks? When that fella had that woman all blindfolded and was feeding her fruit and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I was in there thinking, I'm going to try that at my house. Well, apparently, bologna and string cheese is not a big turn-off. Choose your condiments correctly.
One of those shows I was watching said the big thing now is you're supposed to talk to your partner while you're making
I heard that, yeah.
You know, which where I come from means ain't no cars coming, relax.
Hey, there's David. You see us out here?
We're in the middle of a lake in a boat. If he can, I ain't riding with him.
Come on, guys.
Hey, better get your stuff in.
Oh, man, are you serious?
Come on, got a show to do.
Well, they're gonna put me in the movie. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man who's sad and lonely. And all I gotta do is act naturally.
Have you ever had makeup on? One time, but I was young and needed the money.
Hey guys, I didn't want to interrupt you. Listen, I took the liberty of doing a little shopping for you guys. Now, as we discussed before, I just think you should give some color, bring it to the stage, pizzazz. That's what
David, this is the most dressed up Larry has been all year long.
That's great. Listen, guys, pick a suit. They're all labeled. Try them on, knock it out the box, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, fellas?
We'll put them on now?
Clean shirt? No way.
We're trying to get people's favorite Jeff Foxworthy joke.
You know you're a redneck if you go to a family reunion looking for a wife.
You might be a redneck if
Your tires on your truck cost more than your truck.
You might be a redneck if you
Find yourself climbing a water tower.
erase your sister's name.
If your wife's ever said, come move this transmission so I can take a bath.
I'm not just dead sure I've got underwear on. There ain't no way I'm squeezing into these things.
First of all, Tammy Faye Baker, I want to say is, I'm kidding you. Come on. You know you're a redneck.
your mother can tell a state trooper to kiss her ass without taking the Marlboro out of her mouth.
You might be a redneck if you...
Got a motor swinging from your tree, an engine swinging from a tree. Look at this ball, fellas.
I didn't even know they made a 28-button suit.
know you're a redneck.
You might be a redneck if
know you're a redneck when you're mowing your lawn.
mow your front yard.
If you mow your grass and you find a car.
You might be a redneck if you go to a dance and they say, do the hoe down, you throw your girlfriend on the floor. Girls crazy. A lot of white people in here this evening. Where's my whores? Where's my whores?
You guys look like my relatives. You can't go on stage dressed like this. Phoenix, Arizona, this is it. Are you guys ready to laugh? Make some noise, please, for Mr. Ron White.
Yesterday I was sitting in a beanbag chair naked eating Cheetos. And I was flipping through the television and I saw Robert Tilton. He's a televangelist from Dallas, and he was staring at me. He said this, he said, "Are you lonely?" Yeah. He said, "If you wasted half your life in bars pursuing sins of the flesh," this guy's good. He said, "Are you sitting in a beanbag chair naked eating Cheetos?" "Yes, sir." He said, "Do you feel the urge to get up and send me $1,000? Close. I thought he was talking about me there for a second. So anyway, I flew here from Flagstaff because my manager doesn't own a Globe. I flew here on a plane that big, like a pack of gum with 8 people in it. Just We took off from the Flagstaff Airport Hair Care and Tire Center there. We're traveling at half the speed of smell. We got passed by a kite. There was a goose behind us and the pilot was going, "Go around." We get halfway to Phoenix, we got to go back. It's a 9-minute flight. Can't pull it off with this equipment. We had some engine trouble. We lost some oil pressure in one of the engines, and they told us about it over the speaker system of the plane, which was stupid because they could have just went, "Hey, we lost some oil pressure." Heard ya. It was weird. Everybody on the plane was nervous, but I'd been drinking since lunch, and I was like, "Take it down. I don't care." You ever had one of those days? Hit something hard. I don't want to limp away from this wreck. The guy sitting next to me is losing his mind. Apparently, he had a lot to live for. He goes, "Hey man, hey man, if one of these engines fails, how far will the other one take us?" All the way to the scene of the crash. Which is pretty handy because that's where we're headed. I bet we beat the paramedics there by a half hour. I saw something today that came close to truth in advertising. The De Beers people are almost saying what they really mean, because the old De Beers slogan was "Diamonds are forever." Then they changed it to this year, "Take her breath away." The new slogan is "Diamonds render her speechless." Well, why don't they just go ahead and say it? Diamonds. That'll shut her up. For a minute. It's good to be here. I was here last summer, and they took me tubing down the Salt River, and I was baffled by this. I had never done it before. 21 of us met to go tube the river. We had 6 ice chests full of beer with the tubes wrapped around them. You know what I'm talking about? We floated down that river drinking beer for 6.5 hours. Not one person had to pee. Is that normal? I'd like to think my friends wouldn't pee on themselves. I know I would. That was the best thing about tubing the river. You could just paddle up to somebody you don't even know. Talk to them while you're peeing on yourself. That's relaxed right there. If you're floating down a river, drinking a beer, peeing on yourself, there's no tension there, is there? I guess we've been floating down that river for like an hour before I realized to myself, well, everybody's just peeing on themselves. And I'm like, hell, I'll just pee on myself. Everybody got mad at me. Of course, I was in a canoe. Standing up, too. Not everybody got mad. A couple people viewed it as a photo opportunity. And I know that because I got their Christmas card last year. I don't remember it being that cold that afternoon. So I just got back from 10 days in Los Angeles. If you ever have a chance to do that, pass on that. I learned things when I go to LA. I learned this. They have bikinis now made out of seashells. I didn't know that. And I also didn't know this. If you're ever walking down the beach and you see a girl dressed in a bikini made out of seashells and you pick her up and hold her, to your ear, you can hear her scream. I thought I'd hear the ocean, but not over that woman. When we got in last night, some guys asked me if I wanted to go to a topless bar, and I didn't want to go. I just ended up going because you guys backed me up on this. You've seen one woman naked. You want to see the rest of them naked. It could be an old biker chick, you know, they're going to hang down to here. You don't see me naked? Yeah, I do. All right, that's enough. Roll them back up. Things that make you go. It was a wild night. I ended up getting back to the Phoenician Hotel. They're so snooty. I got back to the hotel at 7:30 this morning, and I went up to the desk to leave a wake-up call for 7 o'clock. And the lady goes, Mr. White, it's past 7. No, the next one. You got another one coming around, don't you? Why don't you just put me on that one, huh? Here they're running 2 a day through Arizona. I'm from Texas. In Texas, we have the death penalty, and we use it. That's right. If you come to Texas and kill somebody, we will kill you back. That's our policy. They're trying to pass a bill right now through the Texas legislature that'll speed up the process of execution in heinous crimes where there's more than 3 credible eyewitnesses. If more than 3 people saw you do what you did, you don't sit on death row for 15 years, Jack. You go straight to the front of the line. Other states are trying to abolish the death penalty. My state's putting in an express lane. Thanks for playing along. I hope you enjoyed it. Good night.
The Subaru all-wheel drive-away, starring Subaru Forester, the best small SUV ever crash tested. 1.9 APR for 63 months. Subaru WRX, 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds. 750 cash back or 1.9 APR. And Subaru Outback, all-wheel drive ruggedness and car-like ride. Up to $1,500 cash back or 1.9 APR. Get the best deals ever at the Subaru all-wheel drive-away, now through March 31st.
It's NCAA March Madness, and Papa John's is part of the action.
Now, get a limited edition basketball and any 2-liter of Coca-Cola for just $5.99 when you buy any large Papa John's specialty pizza for just $10.99.
That's a slam dunk.
Lisa, what happened?
Greg waited until 9 o'clock last night to get started.
That's when my 3 minutes kick in. Greg, you're out. Your team should have joined in with Verizon Wireless. Then you could call each other anytime for free. You increase productivity and build unity. You can't do that if you're out.
I thought I was fired.
You are fired, you minute-hoarding clock watcher.
Free in-network calling from Verizon Wireless. Are all your employees in?
Good.
Now he means business.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Grab some body wash from Old Spice.
When I walk through a jam, no one knows who I am. Put my love to the test, and I miss the success.
It has a dual action formula, so you get really clean, smell really great.
Hey, Ben. Need help with your anatomy homework?
You!
Now in Mountain Rush Set, spice things up.
Boy, nothing better than peanuts at a ball game, huh?
Peanut! Peanut? Right play, peanut!
Can't get enough nuts? Grab a Snickers. Now all packed with even more nuts.
Down in front. My kid can't see.
Snickers. Now with the most nuts.
America's favorite home gym is more affordable than ever. Now you can get the all-new Bowflex Extreme for just $19 a month. Call the number on your screen for a free DVD or video and check it out. Bowflex's power rod technology delivers results. Powerful arms, defined legs, a stronger chest, and a toned, sexy core. And owning a Bowflex home gym is so affordable. Great results are easy with the new Extreme. All it takes is one simple workout, 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, to get in the best shape of your life. The Extreme is built so well that we back it with an unrivaled 7-year warranty. And so effective, it comes with Bowflex's 100% satisfaction guarantee. Through this special offer, you can own one with no money down and just $19 per month. You can't get this Bowflex deal anywhere else. Call us for a free DVD or video, or visit us online and find out how to get your Bowflex for just $19 a month today.
Phoenix, Arizona, I give you the one, the only, Larry the Cable Guy. God bless you. Get her done. Boy, good to see you, good to see you. I had a horrible nightmare last night. I dreamt the world's largest margarita and woke up this morning, there was salt on the toilet lid. Thank God I didn't eat the worm in there. I'll tell you that right there. Oh, that wouldn't have been good right there. It was a crazy week. I called one of them 900 top dirty numbers the other day. You ever call one of them? That's it, 2 people, that's it. And those voices sounded familiar, to be honest with you. Well, don't call it a rip-off. I got a girl that stuttered and it cost me $1,700 on that deal. You believe that? But I love women. I used to date this one girl, had one boob bigger than the other, and she got in a wet t-shirt contest and took 1st and 3rd place out there at the contest. Bless her heart. I was so proud of my sister, bless her heart, I tell you. That's right. I used to date this one girl looked like Michelle Pfeiffer, only a little shorter, and the face was different. I was drinking, it looked like Michelle Pfeiffer. Next morning, Barney Pfeiffer was laying there in the bed there. He was ugly. That one girl had a beauty mark on her cheek. That was pretty sexy, like Cindy Crawford. When we get to kissing and stuff, I was looking, it was a tick. I knew I disappeared like a set of rims at a Puff Daddy concert. I tell you what, I was out the door. Out the door. So I went shopping around today, went to the mall. I went in. You ever seen this PetSmart? Oh, the critter store. You been in there? Yeah. You know what they got in there? A dog water purifying machine. You believe that? $75. Dog water purifying machine. I'm like, what's that thing do right there? She said, it purifies your dog's drinking water. Well, he just ate a turd 10 minutes ago over there. You got any turd purifying machines in here for Pete's sake? What in the world? That's like wiping before you poop. It don't make sense to do something like that. Doesn't make any sense at all in here. Pete's sake. Then I went in there to the Victoria's Secret. You ever been in there? Yeah, get her done. That's right. That's like a grown fella Chuck E. Cheese in there. I like that joint. I was up there the other day. I was sniffing around in there a couple hours looking for some gift ideas. You know what they got in there? Underbreeches with holes in the crotch. You believe that? $24, women paying for undershorts with holes in the crotch. I'm like, daggum, I got a whole drawer full of them at the house for Pete's sake. I bet I'm sitting on $200-300 worth of them underdrawers. There's a girl put a pair of them on for my birthday one time. I come home, she's sitting there, she's like, you want some of this right here? I'm like, no, look what it did to your undershorts. Good Lord, what in the world? Looks like a good place for one of them plug-ins or something, for Pete's sake, one of them vanilla plug-ins or something. They got all kinds of stuff out there. They got this deal now, bridges you eat. You ever seen that? Eating bridges? Eating bridges. Who in the world thought of eating bridges? What do you want to do tonight? Let me eat your undershorts.
Give me a glass of milk. I'm gonna gobble them up right here. I tell you. Honey, put some in the refrigerator. I'm gonna make a sandwich later. I was with a girl that liked that stuff. I was seeing this good-looking girl for about 6 weeks, and then somebody took my binoculars out of the truck there. Yeah, she was a midget stripper, and seriously, I met her at a party one night. She popped out of a cupcake, and anyway, she liked all them edible underbreeds, and I bought her 5 pairs of the strawberry eating breakfast. And I bought 5 pair because I always end up eating 2 or 3 pair on the way to her house. They're pretty good now. Thank God they don't make them in biscuits and gravy, I'll tell you that. That's right. I'll be getting fat just on undershoulders. Eat some snack whale panties, that's what they need right there. Get her done, that's right. Honey, I'm on a diet. Put on some fruit roll-ups, would you? That's right. Went in for a checkup the other day. Doctor stick his finger out my hind end. All right? Didn't even tell me, just does it. I'm standing there. I'm like, hey, you gonna watch the ball game on Thursday? What in the world? Then he said he found something. I'm like, found something? I didn't know you was looking for nothing up there. I'm all bent out of shape. What in the world's in my hind end? Hope it's a remote control. I ain't seen it in 3 weeks. No wonder every time I fart, the volume goes up on that TV set over there. Found something in my hind end. Now, that's the worst dentist I've been to in about 5 years. I tell you straight up. Tell you straight up. You know what I used to be? A lot of people don't know it, but I used to be real psychic at fairs and stuff. You know what I could do? I was at the fair. I used to be able to grab on the girls' boobs, seriously, and tell how old they was by doing that. I used to be at the fair. I had a little stool right there set up and had some keychains on it. And I'd come up, tell them what I'm doing. I'm like, I'd tell how old you are just by rubbing on your boobs. So I'd be like, hold on. I'm like, you're 33 years old. He's like, you ain't even close. I'm like, here's a keychain. You're done, that's right. That's right. I seen a girl walking around the other day with earrings all over the place. You ever see that? I was with a girl one time, had 9 earrings in this area, 7 earrings in that area, ring in her nose, bolt in her tongue. It was like making love to her and working on my truck at the same time with that girl right there. Didn't know if I should kiss her or just a torque in her butt crack. I didn't know what to do. And my sister got one of them. My sister, big old girl. And matter of fact, I had to hire a rodeo clown to distract her when I brought home the groceries last week. But she got a belly ring. You believe that? You don't get a belly ring if you're big. You get onion rings. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. That's right. I didn't know what it was. She come walking in. She's like, what do you think of that right there? I'm like, hey, you got a hitch. Yeah, now we can pull you away from the buffet every now and then. It's about time you done something for Pete's sake. That's right. I was watching the TV the other day. People suing everybody nowadays. You believe that? People getting sued for smoking the cigarettes. They say it causes cancer, they're going to get sick. Well, it says on the box you're going to get sick. I'm going to sue Hustler Magazine for giving my wrist carpal tunnel. How's that sound right there? That's right. I don't care who you are, that's funny right there. You can't laugh at that, you need to get out of here, because that's funny right there. That's funny. They want to take the Winston out of NASCAR. Did you know that? They say that's offensive. Well, what in the world? Who's going to sponsor NASCAR? Stay free mini pad? That'd be pretty good racing, wouldn't it? Well, we got 43 cars this year in the Kotex Cup. There's Jeff Gordon and the number 24 Strawberry Dew Chevy Monte Carlo. How'd you get tickets to the Tampon 200? Well, we pulled some strings and we got some good seats.
a new crank anchors, a child brought up alternatively.
He was raised by a group of hippies.
Forced into captivity. Now, Wolf Boy and Puddles are out to avenge. No, Wolf Boy, no! Meet Wolf Boy, Tuesday at 10:30 here on Comedy Central. What's more outrageous than South Park and Chappelle Show back-to-back? New episodes of South Park and Chappelle Show back-to-back.
How you liking that?
That's right, people.
Buckle up, baby.
It's a new full hour of hard-hitting, ball-humping, chump-throwing action.
It's like the Disneyland of Mexican restaurants.
That's a new episode of South Park, followed by a new episode of Chappelle Show, every Wednesday night at 10, here on Comedy Central.
You just can't lose at the Hyundai Win-Win Spring Event.
Win with the popular Hyundai Santa Fe. Get up to $1,250 cash back or 0% APR on select models.
And you win with America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles.
You win some at the Hyundai Win-Win Spring Event.
Now you can lease a 2004 Santa Fe for just $199 a month. The Hyundai Win-Win Spring Event. Now through March 31st at your local Hyundai dealer. New Swoops from Hershey's. Irresistible curves that are bending the rules on how to eat chocolate. New Swoops from Hershey's. It's swooping the nation.
What the heck is that? We just have to get to Houston. Good gravy, man. If we don't get them there by 8 a.m. tomorrow, we're all doomed.
Oh, put them in a FedEx box in front of the label.
Hurry, man. Oh, we're all doomed.
What if I get a nasty paper cut?
And you'll be doomed. Help this woman, or we're all doomed.
I'm fine.
She's in shock.
Yes.
Take care of this package or we're doomed.
Doomed.
You can try, but we've taken all the drama out of shipping overnight. Relax, it's FedEx. Eliminate odors and leave your closet fresh air clean with Febreze every day. Eliminate odors and leave the whole house fresh air clean with Febreze every day. From Walt Disney Pictures, it's the only home they've ever known.
You're in your house.
But they're gonna have to leave it in order to save it.
They're gonna auction off at Chatham.
Now we all get eaten.
We need a chicken.
On April 2nd, they'll do whatever it takes to get back their home.
This is going to be messy. We've got a farm to save.
It's your turn.
That was the best dang show we ever had.
Walt Disney Pictures presents Home on the Range, rated PG, in theaters April 2nd.
Say, girls.
God, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a native of Winslow, Arizona, a very funny man, Mr. Bill Engvall. Oh, it is great to be here tonight. In fact, it's just great to be out of the house. I'll tell you why. My wife and I had an argument last week that was so stupid that it bears repeating. My wife collects twist ties. Welcome to my world. What happened was I went to make a sandwich. I took the bread down, I took the twist tie off, I threw it down and made my sandwich. Did I put the twist tie back on the bread? No. I did what every man in America does. I spun the loaf of bread and tucked it underneath. And apparently that's where I went wrong. I got a great family. I got a 16-year-old daughter who just got her driver's license. So you should all drop to your knees and thank the good Lord above that you live here and not where we live. She is without a doubt the worst driver on the planet. She's got no depth perception at all. I mean, we're coming up this intersection. There's a car stopped in front of us. I'm like, he stopped. She goes, I can see that. And I'm like, oh my God, she's her mother. The other day, my neighbor came over and I was in the yard and he goes, hey, when did you put the CD boombox in your car? And I said, what? He goes, I saw you and your daughter driving down the street and I heard this boom, boom, boom. I said, oh, that was me stomping on the imaginary brake on my side of the car. But after driving with her, I'm convinced there needs to be a teenage driving lane on the highway. And it's just lined with mattresses and tires. God, she's growing up. She's growing up. I used to buy a Minnie Mouse pants with a little Winnie the Pooh under there. I came home the other day and I was helping my wife fold clothes. I picked this little pair of skimpy underwear. I looked at my wife and I said, hey, when are you going to wear these for me? She goes, I can't. They're your daughter's. No, no, no. There was nothing to them. When the how to wash tag is the biggest piece of cloth on there, she's just growing up and she's smarter than me and she's starting to realize that. She came over from high school the other day and she goes, Daddy, can you help me with my math? And I said, yeah, baby, let me take a look at it. When they start putting letters with it. And she's got a lot of friends, which is cool. She's friends with the popular kids, she's friends with the unpopular kids, and she's right in the middle, which is where you want your kid to be, I think. Until they bring home one of their friends you don't see eye to eye with. Like, she's got a little friend who's into this goth stuff. Oh, my God. Have you seen these little freaks? What happened? The black nail polish, black lipstick, black eyeliner, black hair, liquid paper, white face. I'm sorry, didn't we used to call that Halloween? They walked in the front door and I looked at that little girl and just went, but it's my daughter's friend. I'm trying to be nice. And my daughter said, Dad, this is my friend Lucy. And I said, hey, Lucy. She looked at me like I will set you ablaze right now. See, nobody tells you about all that stuff when you're having kids. Nobody tells you about the stuff that you never hear about. Like, nobody told me that kids would get out of their bed in the middle of the night and come into your room. My son developed this really bad habit. He would get out of his bed in the middle of the night and come to my side of the bed and he'd get that close to my face and just stare at me. And you ever get that feeling when you know you're being watched? He'd be like, Dad. 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 What? He starts crying. My wife goes, you scared him. I'm like, well, hell, he scared me. He put a bell around his neck. And if I ever find out who told my son this, I will kill him. Apparently somebody told my son there's a wiener thief out there. And if he takes his hand off it, they're going to snatch it away. His hand doesn't leave his pants. It's like his own little worrying stone. He just... I said, boy, that thing's got a shelf life, trust me. Then we had to have the big talk this year. I was on the road, my wife called me and said, you need to have a talk with your son. Guess he's in trouble. And I said, what happened? She goes, well, his friends taught him how to go on the internet and he brought up one of those sex sites. And I said, oh, God. I said, baby, did you write down the name of the site? Just reference? She goes, shut up. And I wanted my talk to be more informative with my son than my dad and I's talk was. We didn't have a talk. And I said, Dad, when are you going to tell me about sex? And he goes, here, just read this Penthouse Forum. So I wanted my talk to be a little more informative, you know. I wanted my son to know about things that could actually happen to him. I'm still waiting on the VW bus full of cheerleaders, but that hadn't happened yet. But I know that these kids today are much more advanced than you and I were. So I sat him down and I said, son, I know you already know a lot of things, so why don't you do this? Why don't you tell me what you know, and then I'll just fill in the blank spots. About 30 minutes later, I'm sitting there with a pen and a pad of paper. Well, you can do that?
Public service, private moments.
Hi, Mom.
Watch a special night of Reno 911 when good cops go home.
I will stay in this marriage until we both agree that we don't want to do it anymore.
Reno 911 off duty starts tomorrow at 7:30 here on Comedy Central.
When it starts showing up in video games, don't let the needle-pushing T5 turbo performance mess with your mind. It's still built like a Volvo. Introducing the all-new Volvo S40.
100-calorie Jell-O smoothie snacks. Because something magical happens when you blend just the right amount of fruit with just the right amount of milk. Something that makes people go, Jell-O smoothie snacks. Because it's magic.
One of the beautiful things about women is they don't sweat or smell like a guy. Our body chemistry is just different.
Introducing Arm & Hammer Ultramax Antiperspirant Gel.
It's made for a man's body chemistry.
Ultramax stops odor at the source. So strong, tests show it offers superior odor protection versus the leading gel at 8, 12, even 24 hours.
It's all the muscle a man needs.
New Arm & Hammer Ultramax Gel.
We were held hostage for hours when these guys just stormed in. I don't know where they came from or who they were. I just know the only people left alive were us and them.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 3, rated M for mature.
It was a dark and stormy night. And then he said you and me and
$20,000. And I don't have that kind of money.
And I've said it for the last time.
And I'll say it again.
What? There is nothing like a schnauzer and...
The conversation never ends with and.
Get my point?
Starting with unlimited local and long distance from home, all for one low rate and all on one bill. And brings it all together. And it will. From AT&T.
64 spots, 64 opportunities. This is where it starts, on the outskirts, the edges, where anything can happen. Where Gonzagas become Goliaths, and a freshman can alter the course of an entire month from 19 feet 9 inches. It's where Cinderellas lurk around every corner, and 64 quickly becomes 16. It's the Battle of the Bracket with Mega March Madness only from DirecTV. See more of the tournament than you've ever seen before.
The DirecTV pay-per-view $1.99 movie specials are back. Coming straight at you, it's Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life. It's a weapon more powerful than you could ever imagine. Next, it's a crash course in fresh attitude. And Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde. Hello, Patriots! Finally, Moonlight and Madness on the high seas and Pirates of the Caribbean. The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Stop believing in ghost stories.
It's 1, 2, 3 for only $1.99 each, only on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Oh, Lord. I took my family on an RV trip this last summer. I thought RV stood for recreational vehicle. No, it stands for Ruins Vacation. I had never driven one of these things. Dear God, it's 35 feet long, 8 feet wide, and got 2 mirrors that stick out 3 feet on each side. Good Lord, I was like a passenger trying to land a 747. I'm weaving all over the road. I'm getting flipped off by kids in car seats, all right? And I don't know why they put a reverse on these dumb things. I never learned to back it up. If I pulled into a Quickie Mart too far to get gas and I pulled too far past the pump, there was no backing up. It was go all the way around the block and try it again. Thank God I wasn't the only one. Sometimes there'd be 7 or 8 of us just circling that Quickie Mart. It's like a white trash road race. Took my family camping because I'm an idiot. We're going to go camping. We live in L.A. We don't have any camping gear. So I go to this store and I'm buying this camping gear, all this stuff, and I saw this product. And when I saw it, I just started laughing. They have, because we've become so ecologically minded now, they've developed a product called rapidly dissolving toilet paper. Just how rapidly are we talking? Because I don't want to have to play beat the clock in the thicket, all right? If it's dark, I can't see what's going on down there. I got to know that toilet paper is going to be there to finish the job. But the reason you do these things, the reason you go on these RV trips and these camping trips is because as your kids grow up, they also grow apart from you, and it just tears your heart out. It's like my little girl, she's 16, and she's at that age where she's in a room listening to her stereo, and she's online with her friends, and little boys are starting to call that. Oh, my God. We had a kid call the house at 2 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, I lost it. Because first off, I'm sound asleep in La La Land with Shania Twain in the mountains somewhere. I hear a phone ring, and I'm like, who's got a phone in the mountains? So when I realized it's my phone, I'm already a little ticked off, so I went, hello! And this little voice goes, is Emily there? And I go, dude, if you have a brain in your skull, you will hang this phone up right now. And my wife goes, Bill, you gotta be nice. I said, no, ma'am, nice stops at midnight. And she said, what are you going to do when these little boys come over the house? I said, oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull the young man in tight next to me so only he and I can hear the conversation. And I'm going to whisper in his ear, I'm going to say, boy, look at me. You see that little girl there? That's my only little girl, man. She's my life. So if you have any thoughts about hugging or kissing, you remember these words. I got no problem going back to prison. God bless my wife. That's what she puts up with every day of the year. We've been married for 20 years, and on our 20th anniversary, I got to thinking about the difference between that first year of marriage and that 20th year of marriage. Wow. Remember that first year of marriage, you'd pick a fight just so you could make up and have sex? 20 years later, you pick a fight just so they'll sleep in the other room. Remember that first year of marriage, you come home from work, you had a bad day at work, you go, oh, baby, I had such a bad day, and your new bride would go, oh, let me get you a beer, and you tell me all about it. 20 years later, you walk in the door, ooh, what a day at work, and they go, you want to hear what went on at this house today? While you were at your job? Remember that first year of marriage, if you had to go to the bathroom? Oh, Lord, man. You shut the door, lock it, turn the faucets on, turn the shower on. God forbid they knew you were going poop. 20 years later, bathroom door's wide open. And you're screaming, bring the camera! Remember that first year of marriage, fellas, when you knew bride was going to do laundry and you freaked out because you might have had dirty underwear, so you just threw them away? 20 years later, you're just hoping to gross them out. If you can get your wife to scream, oh my God! Did you hit a deer? Sex change when you get married, you stay married for a long time. I think it has to, because things, they advance, you know? It's like one night my wife and I had a little interlude, and it was hot. I mean, hot, 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 hot. She's arching her back and moaning, and I said, yes, ma'am. You are welcome. I said, I'm ready to turn you on, huh? She goes, no, you're on my hair. Get off. You never see that in the movies, do you, ladies? That's why I hate love scenes movies. They're not real. You want to show me a real love scene in a movie? Show me a couple in bed and their dogs are watching them at the edge of the bed. That's real, my friend. You're trying to throw down your best moves, and there's these eyes at the edge of the... It's like, ooh. Nice move there, Bill. Geez, don't that hurt your back? I take my wife's bra off and throw it across the room. Dogs bring it back. I can always tell when I'm doing good because the dog growls. Like, arr, arr. Oh, she's loving it. Arr, arr. You ever get that cold nose? You gotta be able to laugh, folks, and that's what's important. I'll give you a great example. 3 years ago on my wife's birthday, I had a plan to the T. Bottle of champagne chilled by the bed. Candles on the headboard. Some soft music playing, and we just got into it. Just that hot pig sex, all right? You know, you're not even talking. You're just rooting around, baby. But we forgot about the candles on the headboard. Back, apparently that headboard was doing a little move. Because all of a sudden the hot wax just goes. And my wife goes, yes, sir. You are welcome. God bless you. This has been great.
One by one, the candidates fill out the Daily Show.
I guess I should probably tell you now. You're a fake show.
One by one, our reporters took them on.
Are you running to stick it to a man? I'm not trying to stick it to anyone. Not even the man?
One by one, they shared their visions.
Are you a mental genius?
No.
One by one, they all came. Except the one who won. The Race from the White House 2004, tomorrow at 10 on Comedy Central.
The Daily Show with Jon Stewart presents the Race from the White House 2004 is brought to you by Volkswagen, proud sponsor of Indecision 2004.
Way to go, Dad. You just ordered up some Dominoes. And you earned extra points with your kids by throwing in a fun-sided new TV Dominoes dots. Now you're free to spend some quality time with your son. Now you're free to spend some quality time with your son.